Welcome to the naming tutorial here on DirectAds. Basically, this is where you set up how your campaigns will be named. So whether you upload creatives individually per campaign or upload multiple creatives within a single campaign, here you can customize how you want your campaigns to be named. So let's get started. For example, I'll put DirectAds here at the beginning. I added the curly brace just so it stays fixed actually, but it's not a variable. To declare a variable, you have to put both curly braces here, or you can click here to enter whatever value you want for the variable. So for example, I want it to stay like this. Let's use a better example. You can open your account or your ads manager. Open your ads manager and copy the name of one of your campaigns. Do you already use it in your day-to-day work? Great. I'll copy and paste it here and here. I'm going to give two examples. That is, what I want to do is model this here, but for my variables. So I'm going to do this one here. I know it's the name of my creative, so I'll put the creative here. It will automatically start pulling the creative's name here in the second spot. Let's go. Here is mine and what we call the budget here. So it's the catalog and ABO. Here I can simply open a bracket. The bracket will stay fixed here. I'll close the budget inside here. If I upload a catalog, it will automatically replace it with ABO catalog. If I upload a normal campaign, it will just put ABO or CBO. Great. The next parameter here is the structure. So I can open a bracket, put structure here, and click on structure. All right, they're already listed one after the other here. Finally, I could also add here, for example, the account name, the advertiser account name, and it will pull it automatically. Or if you use the ad account alias that you can configure here in ADS accounts AE. We know that many ad accounts have a pretty long, kind of weird name, right? So here in AD accounts, you can set up nicknames for all your accounts, and here you can pull up exactly that nickname using this field. Here, account nickname, great. Don't put the account name here. And then finally, I have the date. In this case, year, month, and day. I could come here and put the year, month, and day. I didn't need to put square brackets here in the account because those brackets are just so it appears with brackets when it shows up here. Now I could put the year, month, and day, so I open the brackets. You don't need to use brackets, but you could put the 2-digit year here, underline month, underline day here, and that's it. I close the brackets here. I didn't include the time just to have another parameter to track. And here you can go even further. You can create variables, for example, like, I don't know, I'll create one here for offer, create it here. The offer now has a new parameter called offline. You could put it here, for example, right at the beginning. Open a little bracket, put OK, and close it there. Here I could already delete that beginning there. It was just to serve as a template. Great, this software could be this one. An offer at 8 a.m., for example. I put WNL here, and here we already have a preview of how our naming conventions will look here. In this case, it's automatically inserting the names of the two creatives I selected. It's because of this variable here, but since it doesn't know yet whether your campaign is ABO or CBO, it's showing both names here. The two creatives in the same campaign will look like this. However, since we're here, I'll go ahead and save this template. Important tip, save it so you don't lose this. And here you'll click Use Template. If you're using the creatives in the same campaign, let's move on. Here, you choose whether the creatives will stay in the same campaign or if you want them in a separate one. Actually, each creative will have its own campaign. In other words, I'm uploading two creatives. I'll have two campaigns, each with its own ad. If I want to upload the same ads within a single campaign, each with its own set, I'd select this option. Got it? And if I want to upload these two ads within the same set, I'd select this option. Then I'd have campaign 1 and campaign 2, even though there's only one here. Actually, it's not the structure that's a multiplier. So if I set 2 here, each one will be doubled. I'll have 4, with each creative still duplicated there, so I'll leave 1. But in practice, people are uploading more at the campaign level, so each creative will have its own campaign. In February 2026, people are moving up to the campaign level, so each creative will have its own campaign. And besides that, here I'll set it to 50. There are 50 sets in each campaign, and then I have this pattern. If you set it here, each creative will have its own campaign. And then here in the naming convention, it'll already be correct, even though it's still showing like this here. So in this case, this one would disappear. Each creative would have that name. The next campaign would have that name, right? So here you can also put these weight loss variables. Anyway, you can create as many variables as you want. You can create the traffic manager variable and use it here. You come here to fill it in. It's Rui. or Rui, and then it'll appear in the naming convention. I could put it here in brackets, so it'll already be in the naming convention shown in the preview, right? So that's how you use the naming conventions, and it'll respect the creatives over there. If there's only one creative per campaign, it won't include both names. Don't worry about it, okay? So that's our tutorial on how to use campaign naming conventions. We're in this together.